Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and colleagues. I would like to talk to you today about the subject of child sexual trafficking. Hillary Clinton estimated there's 27 million children and women, that's boys and girls, that are victims of child sexual trafficking at the moment. This is not just in third world countries. These are in Virginia, where we go to school. These are in Atlanta. Atlanta is the largest hub of sexual trafficking, and from there, children and women are sold into forced prostitution. And so when you see a prostitute, it is not always something that she wanted to do. I was in the bathroom the other day at a gas station, and they now have these little stickers inside the door of the stalls, and it's very small, and it has the trafficking hotline stickers that are right inside the door. So if the girl can get a loan just to go to the bathroom, she can get that number, and if she can get to a phone or sneak and use a phone, then she can actually get help and get rescued. There are a couple other things. Truckers Against Trafficking. They have the truckers up and down the interstates have now formed a website that you can go onto and listen, and they tell the stories of parking for overnight when they're on long hauls, and being at the truck stops, and cars pulling up, Lincolns and Navigators pulling up, and 10 to 12 underage girls getting out and knocking on each door of the truck and ask them if they want company. And there is someone always watching them, so they can never get away. And usually the girl that's been there the longest, she's the one who keeps control over the newer girls, which they call themselves the wife-in-law. It's a very sad thing. Matt Redman is a Christian music artist. He sings a song about 27 million. That's a statistic, and we can do something about it. We can raise our voices as Christians. We can't stand by and be silent. That's what happened at the Holocaust, and we definitely don't want another Holocaust. I believe the number on the Holocaust that was accounted for was 6 million. We're talking 27 million. These are the children that are going to be our presidents. They are going to be our lawyers, our DAs, our attorneys. This is our future generation, up and coming, that are now in bondage of slavery. President Lincoln said that there would never be slavery in the United States of America again. And there is slavery. There's not only child sexual trafficking, there is forced labor camps into where people are forced, like your landscape, your roofers, even kitchen help and domestic help. This is called domestic trafficking. IJM is International Justice Mission. It is based out of Atlanta, but it is worldwide. And they risk their lives and go into situations and rescue these young children. Now, I say young children because the average age is 9 years old. At 13, they're too old to be used, and they are discarded. What I mean by discarded is they're exterminated. They are put to death, or I don't know. They just cease to exist. I guess if I were to try to say it very nicely. I have a personal investment in this in 2006 in Nashville, Tennessee. The city council closed down 21 massage parlors in one afternoon. This saved my life. I was being trafficked and I couldn't get out, and by changing those laws, they saved my life, and I went to a 2-year discipleship where they taught me how to relearn. They showed me how to denounce the lies of Satan and to begin to believe the truths that God said about me. And this has made a major change in my life. This is why I chose liberty, because of the biblical states, the biblical aspects of our school, because I didn't grow up in the church and I didn't know about things like this. And choices were taken away from childhood, and that's just the way it was, and I didn't know anything could change that. But as I went through this 2-year discipleship, I learned that God can actually come into your heart and restore what has been taken in a different kind of way. Your mindsets, your thought processes, the way you have a worldview and looking at life. I'm somebody's wife now. I am somebody's mother now. I'm also somebody's grandmother now. It took a long time to be able to look into the mirror. But if we will look around and find some kind of way to make a 12-month residential place where these children and women can have a platform for God to bring His loving, healing touch to their hearts and their minds and their bodies, and teach them different life skills, they have a chance. God had set it up to where I was at a city council meeting, and that's not my circle of friends, to say the least. Not that they're bad, it just wasn't my circle. And they were talking about the massage parlors in Macon, Georgia, and there are many. And the Holy Spirit would not allow me to sit there and be silent, much like the Holocaust. And so I stood up and the Holy Spirit spoke through me. And I don't really remember what I said, but I do remember telling the people in the black gowns in the city council that God put them there for a reason, and they had a chance to change someone's life. That, like me. Matt Redman's song says 27 million, just like me. It hits close to home. It hits really close to home. There's also a song on YouTube. It's called The Author is Take No Glory. And it's called I'm Just a Beautiful Slave. A lot of people don't know information like this. And I chose this as an assignment for my first public speaking class. And I think it's very important. And I think the audience is to all people that care about another human being's life. Every 2 minutes, these children are raped, beaten, and drugged. It is very ugly. It is not what we want to see, but it is a truth. It is a fact, and it is in the United States. Can we, as United States citizens, do something about this in our own towns. As I read the papers and I research this more and more, I see it in every little town. Children, girls, boys stole from the bus stop, stole from the mall, stole from the movie theaters. This is the information I wanted to give. Thank you for listening, and may you have a blessed afternoon.